What's up? Alright, so here we have again the ascent of money, the rising, the empowering of money, the growth of money, right here, the ascent of money. And last time I left y'all at 5 minutes. I read the first paragraphs today. I was just trying to read like maybe 5 paragraphs. Let's leave you with that. You can just marinate on the etchings of the thoughts of Neil Ferguson, who decided he was going to write The Ascent of Money. The rising of money. Money wasn't always there, but rose. Let's see how to have it. Last year, I need reading glasses. Psych. Last year, 2007, the income of the average American, just under $34,000 a year, went up by at most 5%. But the cost of living rose by 4.1%, so you've got average wage is $34,000, and the cost of living rose by 4.1%. So in real terms, Mr. Average actually became just 0.9% better off. Damn, dude, we could have been like 3% better off, but we were 9/10 better off. That's crazy. Allowing for inflation, the income of the median household in the United States has in fact scarcely changed since 1990, increasing by just 7% in 18 years. Now comparing Mr. Average's situation with that of Lloyd Blankfein, Chief Executive Officer at Goldman Sachs, the investment bank. In 2007, he received $68.5 million in salary, bonus and stock awards, an increase of 25% on the previous year, roughly 2,000 times more than Joe Public earned. That same year, Goldman Sachs' net revenues of $46 billion exceeded the entire gross domestic product. Damn, dude. Of more than 100 countries, including Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, Bolivia, Ecuador, Guatemala, Angola, Syria, and Tunisia. The bank's total assets for the first time passed the 1 trillion mark, yet Lloyd Blankfein is far from being the financial world's highest earner. The veteran hedge fund manager George Soros made $2.9 billion. Ken Griffin of Citadel, with the founders of 2 other leading hedge funds, took home more than $2 billion. Meanwhile, nearly 1 billion people around the world struggle to get by on just $1 a day. It's crazy. So there are people all over this world that are insanely impoverished. They have just the earth and where they live. And there's some people that have an office and a computer, and they're in charge of the currency of the world. And you know what? If you go into banking, you probably know what to do with money. You can handle a lot of it. That guy at Burger King, the manager of Burger King, I know he's good with money, but he hasn't been trained to be good with $1 billion money. That's what the CEO of Burger King will get you. Angry that the world is so unfair, infuriated by fat cat capitalists and billion bonus bankers, baffled by the yawning chasm between the haves and the have-nots and the have-yachts, you are not alone. Throughout the history of Western civilization, there's been a recurrent hostility to finance and financiers, rooted in the idea that those who make their living from lending money are somehow parasitical on the real economic activities of agriculture and manufacturing. This hostility has 3 causes. It is partly because debtors have tended to outnumber creditors, and then the former have seldom felt very well disposed towards the latter. It is partly because financial crises and scandals occur frequently enough to make finance appear to be a cause of poverty rather than prosperity, volatility rather than stability. And it is partly because for centuries, financial services in countries all over the world were disproportionately provided by members of ethnic or religious minorities who had been excluded from land ownership or public office, but enjoyed success in finance because of their own tight-knit networks of kinship and trust. Okay. That was page 2. I'll read page 3 tomorrow. But how you guys doing, man? How let me put my other glasses back on. Page 3. So how you guys doing? Right? You guys got a desktop computer, you sitting there, you're going through all the media, you stumble upon me. Is this as valuable to you? It might not be. Because there's so much media. We're just going through an age where it's like so much media. It's crazy. But we gotta keep making it because everybody needs to get paid. So I don't know. I'll let you go.